Alright guys, just me again. Just doing another review on the Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. This is the second issue, which is awesome because I've got all 16, which is very cool to have, as I'm a big Todd McFarlane fan. This is part 2 of 5 of the Torment run, Bloodless of the Lizard. As you can see here, another awesome cover of the Lizard jumping out onto Spider-Man, so that's great. And then obviously the first page is pretty much like the first one on the first issue. You get the 5 slint panels. So, and it's basically just saying it's been a long day. 2 random men come out of their work. This guy's reading the paper. He doesn't realise, or he doesn't even bother to look. There's 3 killings. And then obviously they've got to be walking down a dark alleyway. And then obviously the double page spread is them getting killed by the lizard. And what a great page this is. So yeah, basically the first 3 pages include like 1, 2, 3. So yeah, obviously 1, 2 and 3 are exactly the same as the first one, because you get the double page spread of Spider-Man swinging through the city. But this time it's the lizard basically killing these guys, and it's basically saying time they look up, they're dead basically, and that colour is red. So basically he's killed them. Obviously it's part 2, artist and writer and inker Todd McFarlane, and then get some adverts, and then obviously, and then it goes blood red, and then it goes the shot comes out and it comes out again, and it's basically just Spider-Man with toast. And then he's actually getting a chance to read the paper, but Mary Jane tells him to put it down. So he's like, all right, fine. And then he actually gets, and then they have a good night out like a couple should. And then she puts, yeah, exactly like last night, Tiger. You turn into a regular monster, and he's like, shit, monster. And he looks at the paper again, and he says it can't be. And then he got CNNR, and he goes, Connors. So Dr. Curtis Connors, because he is the lizard, isn't he? So, and then he's just like, shit, I got to get ready. And then obviously Mary Jane just can't do anything about it, because obviously Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and he's got to do his job. And then obviously there's this mystery guy here, and he sort of like, and he puts a spider and a reptile in fresh blood and sort of mixes it together, and it sort of comes out, and then he's like, it is time. So you're like, what the fuck's going on, basically? And then he is literally just sitting there on top of a thing, and then when it goes doom doom doom, and he's like, what's happening? His spider sense is going completely nuts, and then he gets hit, but you don't actually see what actually hit him. And then yeah, he hits the wall, bounces off, and he swings a web, hits the glass, and he's trying to like control himself from falling, and he falls straight into the building, which didn't help a lot. And then his spider sense is still going crazy. He looks up in the glass where he came from, and then bang, the lizard comes out to attack him, smashes him to the floor, rips his shirt, and his claws go into his chest, and then in his like sharp fingernails, you know, the claws what he's got, there's like poison. And then obviously he beating up Spider-Man, and Spider-Man throws a table at him. He jumps out, but and then he got more advertising, and then Spider-Man knocks him to the ground. Spider-Man hasn't got a clue what's going on at the moment, because this all happened pretty much in a minute, not even that. And then he runs away, sort of into an elevator to try and think what's going on, and he can't think very well because of the pain, and all he's thinking is like Mary Jane. And then obviously the lizard basically goes through the elevator doors, which are metal, and he basically just rips through them, and he tries to attack Spider-Man. Spider-Man's reflexes, he jumps out of the way, and obviously the debris which he made, it basically goes straight through the lizard, as you can see here. And then like, he hasn't got a clue what's going on, and he's just like saying, what have I done? And he's basically killed the doc, and he thinks it's his fault, and that there's the lizard there. and then you got obviously the massive bit of sharp metal or sharp bit of wood or whatever through his stomach. So he still can't believe it. He's saying him sorry, you know. And he looks up and the doc's gone, and it's just blood dripping. And then because Mary Jane was going to have a night out with Peter again. Obviously Peter's going off and doing Spiderman duties, so Mary Jane wasn't going to waste her night, and she's going out partying, just enjoying herself. And then obviously it's the mysterious guy or girl or whatever, and basically with some potion, and Spider-Man still hasn't got a clue what's going on. He's just sort of like, and he's in pain, and then he's thinking what happened to Curtis Connor. You know, the lizard. He lost his arm, got a formula basically, and then tried to regrow his arm, but then he turned himself into a lizard. And then he's thinking his shot, starts to rain, and like it looks like it's just like, now my put, it is time for the hero to fall. So and then he starts, and then look, there's a spider in the formula, and he starts dripping it down, it starts raining, and it looks like it's raining on him. And then here, it's just like Spider-Man's just sitting there with rain coming on him, and then obviously Mary Jane was getting chat up by some guy, and he sort of like pushed her a bit, and then the glass fell, and then he's obviously, that's his hand, and then it's just like rise, and then he's like, it is time, and then Spider-Man's just standing there, and then it's basically raining blood basically. And then he looks up to the heavens, and he's just like, it can't be, and he's like, no. And then you get a great picture of the lizard basically jumping out of him with a massive hole in his body, and basically it's saying that our hero better wake up, then, because tonight it is raining down death, because he thinks he's dreaming. So they're saying, like, you better wake up or you're going to die. So yeah, and then obviously there's part 3, which I've got to read. But that was the comic, basically. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll do some more videos soon. Cheers.